I have made no attempts to hide my unabashed love for Sonic the Hedgehog, despite the fact that Sonic the Hedgehog fans are some of the most disgusting, degenerate individuals to ever grace the internet. Not as bad as shippers, if you watched earlier's video, but pretty damn close. And of course, many of you know that not only my favorite Sonic game of all time, but my favorite video game of all time is Sonic Adventure. And the question has been looming over our heads for nigh on, if not more than 20 years now. Are we ever going to get Sonic Adventure 3? Welcome back to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idle, and according to this, no, at least not anytime soon. From the Eurogamer, no plans for Sonic Adventure 3, says Sonic Team Boss, but we'd love to make it. Now, I wonder if he's hiding something. I got some thoughts. I got some things to bring up to all of y'all, because I do think Sonic Adventure 3 is coming. I don't think it's coming for a while, but I do think after all these years, it's finally coming. And look, maybe I'm just reading between the lines. Maybe I'm just being too hopeful. Maybe I'm finding clues where there really are none, and I'm building my own narrative and headcanon, only to set myself up for colossal disappointment. But a boy can dream, and let me have this. So we're going to go through this. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day, and yes, while there are no plans for Sonic Adventure 3, I do think we will see it in the near future. There are currently no plans to make Sonic Adventure 3 and continue the Sonic series from the Dreamcast days. Sonic Team boss Takashi Iizuka was interviewed by VGC and discussed the possibility of continuing the series, as well as a return of its much-loved Chao Garden. One of the most brilliant additions to a Sonic game, nay, to any video game ever created, the Chao Garden. They made a Sonic Adventure game. They made the greatest 3D Sonic the Hedgehog experience. And for no reason whatsoever, they also said, what if we throw a Pokemon simulator in there, only make it, honestly, more deep than even Red and Blue at the time. And absolutely nailed it, crushed it, was a game changer to the point where here we are, 21 years later, these games are old enough to drink now. And people are still clamoring for a return to the Chao Garden. Iizuka acknowledged the request for the Chao Garden to make a return, but noted it's part of the whole Sonic Adventure series game. It's not a standalone game, it's integrated into the whole Adventure series gameplay, so we can't just break it off and make it a thing, said Iizuka. Okay, you could, but I understand what you mean. Just like you could make a standalone Chao game. Yes, you would have to change certain mechanics. You would have to alter how the Chaos grow. This isn't about the Chaos. My point is, it could be done. But we need to get to the point of why I think Sonic Adventure 3 is coming. Before we get to that, we need to set the stage. We need to spice it up to explain why right now, why should I, Leon, aside from, why should I believe this aside from masochism? I will get to it, I promise. Just stay with me, friends. It's alright, well, if you're asking for Chao Garden and Adventure 3, then that's pretty much asking for Adventure 3. Yes! Yes, we've been asking for Adventure 3 for like 21 fucking years, homie. And you know this over at Sega, but you were so terrified of losing money after the debacle that was Sonic 06, despite the fact that that wasn't even your developer's fault, it wasn't even your programmer's fault, it was the higher-up suits. We understand that. It was 2006. All is forgiven. You gave us Sonic Frontiers. We're good, homie. Take the plunge. I think that sometime I'd like to say, hey, yeah, we're making Adventure 3. But we don't have plans for that yet. It's just one of those things that if the stars align, it can all happen, then yeah, we'd love to make it. For anyone who hasn't played the Sonic Adventure games, the Chao Garden is I'm not really interested in talking about the Chao Garden stuff. We will get to that. So why have a more recent, and the rest just goes on to talk about Sonic Adventure 3, the Chao Garden. But here's why I do think we're getting a Sonic Adventure 3. First, I don't think we're getting Adventure 3. I think we are getting a Sonic Adventure remake. Why do I say that? Well, for one, Takashi Iizuka has mentioned in multiple interviews, I mean several, about the idea of remaking Sonic Adventure 1, 2, or both. This is from 2019. Sonic Team Head teases the thoughts of a Sonic Adventure remake. And he goes on to scroll through here. Let's see. Yeah, Iizuka says, however, it was really the very first 3D game that we worked on, and looking at it now, I can see the rough edges it has, which really makes me want to remake it again. Okay, interesting, that's from 2019. What about this one from here, from 2022? Sega CEO Takashi Iizuka expresses interest in a new Sonic Adventure game. So this is him talking about 3. I've mentioned in previous interviews, but I would like to continue the Sonic Adventure series. Sonic Adventure has also contained smaller open spaces known as adventure fields. I think we've used what we learned with those in the game as well. I haven't thought about my next next game yet, but I personally think it'd be nice if we could use what we learned with this game in Sonic Adventure. So he's open to the idea of Sonic Adventure 3, he's open to the idea of a remake, and then, what were these games originally on? They were on the Sega Dreamcast. The Sega Dreamcast, it is the 25-year anniversary of the Sega Dreamcast. Look at all this Sega merch. I'm gonna be real, I really want this skate deck. Can you imagine that just in my background here is a fucking Sega Dreamcast skate deck? Because I don't know if a lot of you guys know that I actually was a skater growing up. Like that is awesome. A lot of this stuff's cool, but whatever. You can get it online, a Dreamcast hoodie, whatever. But a skate deck, a VMU keychain, that is awesome. And then the Sonic Cross Shadow Generations Collector's Edition. Look at all the Dreamcast love in this Collector's Edition, which I am actually ordering very soon, by the way. You got Sonic and Shadow standing atop a Dreamcast as a statue. You got a booklet down here that is literally a Dreamcast game disc. That's what this is. This is a Dreamcast game disc as a booklet, or maybe maybe it actually holds the game, or maybe it's a soundtrack. I'm actually not sure, but the fact of the matter is, that's what you've got. The Chow little Chow statues. Again, the Chow were only around in the adventure games. The adventure games were for the Dreamcast. Like, there's been so much love geared towards the Dreamcast games lately, specifically towards Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and then you compound that with Sega making the statement recently that they are going to be going back and reviving some of their old IPs, old franchises, old games. We're already seeing remakes of Jet Set Radio, Crazy Taxi, Golden Axe, games that honestly are well out of their prime, but if you grew up in this era like your boy did, they are games that you absolutely loved, so why would you not bring back the flagship game from this era, 99.99, the day that Sonic Adventure released in the West? I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. I wish I'd have made this video 3 days ago, so it would have came out on 99.99, but I hadn't even really noticed it yet. Also, there wasn't that article about no plans for Sonic Adventure 3, but it gets even more so than that, because for anybody that has played Sonic Frontiers, it ties heavily into the first adventure game. If you go and listen to all the Eggman logs, you find out, and I'm not going to spoil it because, honestly, Sonic Frontiers has been the best Sonic game since probably 2011. We've been that dry for good Sonic content. If you go through and listen to all the Eggman logs, you will learn there is a massive tie to the first Sonic Adventure game. I get it. A lot of folks want Sonic Adventure 2 more. I think they should do what Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 did, make it a dual pack. But the point is, all these little clues and Easter eggs and love, along with his statements that he does in fact want to remake those games, it makes me think that we are going to get remakes of Sonic Adventure and or Sonic Adventure 2. And then if those sell well, if those perform well, well then lo and behold, we'll get Sonic Adventure 3. I mean, there is clear reverence from Iizuka for this era of Sonic, as there should be. It is objectively, and I'm using that word intentionally, the greatest era for Sonic the Hedgehog. And after Sonic 06 shit the bed, we didn't see anything like it ever again afterwards, aside from, fan games like Project 06, which is awesome, by the way, highly recommended. But the point is, I think that we are seeing a slow build in questionative marketing. Maybe if we just drop hints here, talk about this there, fan interest will drum up. People will start talking about it on the internet. We'll start getting engagement on X, and bingo, bango, bongo, we get some Sonic Adventure remakes, and then after that, we will get an announcement that Sonic Adventure 3 is in the works. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you find me at Bolt the Word. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Do you guys want to see Sonic Adventure 3? Do you guys want to see Sonic Adventure remakes? Subscribe, let me know, and of course, check out all my other news coverage about anime, movies, video games, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon, and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved with over 80 other vital idols. We are a bright, beautiful, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to grow even further, because we do care about diversity. Only one kind of diversity. Diversity of thought, and if that's interesting to you, join the Discord, hit subscribe, and until next time, it is all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.